Alrighty then. This is Mr. Sanders, and I am here to make some previews and predictions for WWE Payback. Anyway, the pre-show match, Damien Sandow versus Sheamus. This has got to be the most unlikable I've ever seen Sheamus. Like before they tried to make Sheamus look like, kind of like a troublemaker, but here he's just being an asshole. He's just being an asshole towards Damien Sandow. And of course, with WWE logic, what does that mean? Sheamus is going to win. Because they think he's a good babyface. Anyway, on to the actual matches of the night. I don't think it's going to open the card, but it's definitely going to get a big reaction. It's Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. CM Punk is supposed to debut his new song, which is apparently Fuck You by Rancid. How they're going to be able to play that, I don't know. But, geez, this is actually a difficult match to make predictions about, because the thing is, they could go with CM Punk is back, and he's, more badass than ever, so he needs to destroy Chris Jericho like he has in the past. But they could go also with the angle that CM Punk is still really, really mentally just distraught from losing to The Undertaker. So, it would actually make a lot of sense if he did lose to Chris Jericho. There's a lot of different ways you could go with this, and it's hard to know what is a good prediction. But from what I understand, CM Punk is trying to be on the is trying to just be a little bit more on the down low, if you will, on matches, because apparently, working John Cena's schedule was really rough on him. So, I'm thinking Chris Jericho is going to win this match. What would be after that? I think after that would be Dean Ambrose versus Kane. The Shield, I think, has too much momentum to stop it at this point. And you know what? I think this would be a huge pay-per-view victory for Dean Ambrose, even though I do know that Dean Ambrose has beaten Kane in the past. So I'm seeing Dean Ambrose take the victory over Kane and remaining the United States champion. What after that? I think after that would probably be the Intercontinental Championship match between Wade Barrett, Curtis Axel, and The Miz. They've been really trying to push Curtis Axel as hard as they can, which sucks because he's ass. He's not very good. He may be from Mr. Perfect, but he's only half perfect. And half perfect, he's not very good, actually. Let's see. I'm actually thinking, I think they do want to continue the Wade Barrett, Miz, and Fandango feud. But they couldn't because Fandango was removed from this match, and Curtis Axel was put in because Fandango got a concussion. And I think they're going to try to put Curtis Axel in the main event, actually. So I'm actually thinking Wade Barrett is actually going to retain. All right. Shortly after that might be Kaitlyn versus AJ Lee. This title has meant jack shit for the past year or so they probably give it to the only person who has any kind of recognizability in AJ Lee. So I'm thinking AJ is going to win this one. And then after that, I think what might go down is The Shield versus Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton. For the World Tag Team Championships. Now, I don't know if they're going to turn Randy Orton heel. But from what I understand, WWE apparently wants to put Daniel Bryan in the main event picture because he's been getting such great reactions on Raw as of late. So I'm thinking the Shield is going to retain, but Daniel Bryan's still going to come out looking good, But then what is after that? Well, after that is the returning Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. Would they take the title off Zigglypuff? Basically on his first title defense. Maybe. But then where would they go? From what I understand, Jack Swagger is not on Raw that as regularly as he should be. And so who would Del Rio face? I'm thinking they're gonna have Ziggler retain, but it'll be like a dirty victory, and then they'll have another match later on, probably at Money in the Bank. So yeah, that's gonna be my prediction for the World Heavyweight Championship match. And now the main event, the 3 stages of Hell match. John Cena versus Ryback. Shit, it's funny how this match is supposed to like settle everything. A lumberjack match where there's so many people. That's stage 1, where there's so many people that an unfair decision or an undecidable decision could most certainly happen. Tables match, a match where things have happened by accident so much that it could most certainly be undecidable. And then an ambulance match where people can still where it can still be very much undecided if things go a certain way. So yeah, really great storyline logic. I've every part I've seen of this feud has not been getting that big of reactions at all. But yeah, it's Super Cena. It's fucking Super Cena. They're not gonna have Ryback win. Put over new stars? Does that sound like John Cena to you? No, dog. I'm thinking John Cena is gonna win this match, and Ryback is of course gonna lose. So anyway, that's what I think is gonna happen at Payback. The new name for pay-per-view, which is rather odd because now that I think about it, the only guy who kind of has more or less a revenge scheme is sort of Chris Jericho and CM Punk, and even then, just kind of barely. So yeah, what do you think is gonna happen at this pay-per-view? Leave your comments down below, and be sure to stay tuned shortly after the pay-per-view because I will do my own review of that pay-per-view when it's over. See you guys then.